Hi, and thanks for logging on to the Daily DVAR Halacha. And here's a brand new halacha for you, and it's for Thursday, the 4th day of December. Here we go. Today, December 4th, we must focus on a halacha. This is pretty much one of the only times in the year when a halacha will be based on a secular date. So on the Marav, usually, of the night of December 4th, in the diaspora outside of Israel, that's when we switch over to saying Vsain Umatar Livracha. As mentioned yesterday, it's because that's the 60th day after the autumnal equinox. Yes, that's what it's called. And that's when the rainy season officially begins. And that's when we start asking for rain on Thursday night, December 4th, this year, 2014. Now, if you forgot to say Vsain Umatar Livracha in its regular place, you can still say it anywhere in that paragraph, as long as you haven't said the Baruch Atah Hashem with God's name. Then you reach the point of no return for that paragraph. If you do remember it before you get to Baruch Atah Hashem, you can say it right where you remembered it and say Vsain Umatar Livracha. And then you will have to just conclude with the words Orech Shenasenu Kashanim Atavos Baruch Atah Hashem, because those words are supposed to go together with the ending of the bracha. So again, you would say, let's say you remembered it halfway through the paragraph, you would say Vsain Umatar Livracha, and if you were right near the end of the bracha, you would then say Orech Shenasenu Kashanim Atavos Baruch Atah Hashem Varech Hashanim. Let's say you remembered after the bracha. Well, luckily for you, there's still a makeup. The reason that there's a makeup is because this is a request. And a request could still be inserted during the request part of your Shemona Esrei, which goes all the way up to the Shema Kolenu bracha, the one where you say, God, please listen to our prayer. So that means that if you forgot to say Vsain Umatar Livracha in the bracha of Barei Cholenu, you still have a chance to say it later in the bracha of Shema Kolenu. What you would do is, right before you get to the words Ki Atah Shamea Tefilos, etc., right before, that's like kind of the wrap-up, because you, God, listen to all of our prayers, right before you would get to that spot in the bracha of Shema Kolenu, right there you can insert the Vsain Umatar Livracha. You can also insert at that point, please heal my bubby, or other things that you, please make my parents stop fighting. I'm serious, I'm not kidding around. Anything that you want to mention at that point in your tefillah would be appropriate, because that's the end of the requests part of the Shemona Esrei. But if you forgot the Vsain Umatar Livracha totally, you ended Shemona Esrei and say, oh, I didn't remember. So if it's the first 90 Shemona Esreis, first 30 days, you're going to have to assume that you went by your old habit. You're going to have to repeat the Shemona Esrei. Therefore, you've heard this from me before, there are some people who have the custom to, on the night, like let's say on that night, on Thursday night, December 4th, to say Vsain Umatar Livracha 90 times, or some people say 101 times, with the attachment, like of the words that go right before it. You say that Veskol Minei Suasala Tava Vsain Umatar Livracha, that's one. Veskol Minei Suasala Tava Vsain Umatar Livracha, that's two. It only takes a couple of minutes to do that 90 times, or safer is to do it 101 times, and then your habit officially switched over to the right habit. And then if you forget what you did, which you shouldn't, but if you did forget what you did, then you could assume that you probably did what your new habit was, which you could have halachically switched over if you did that 101 thing. Thanks for logging on, and log on again tomorrow for more. Bye-bye.